Hello, this is Kent Walker, Vice President of Technical Sales for Mersen.
And I'm Amber Habib, a product manager here at Mersen. Today we're here to tell you about our UL 508A panel initiative and how you can make Mersen your source for all UL 508A panel needs.
508A is the standard for industrial control panels. It's a little different than the fuse standards, the fuse holder standards, because those are very specific in the electrical and mechanical characteristics of the product, where 508A is more generalized and it really focuses on enclosure sizes, wire bending, things a lot broader than some of the other UL standards.
Here at Mersen, we offer many solutions to comply with UL 508A panel needs while offering products with the newest features to make your panel safer and more compact.
And the products in the brochure and in the initiative, really the power comes into generally the top right of the, and we would offer fusible, non-fusible UL 508 disconnects. Out of the disconnect switch, the power would then transition into a PDB, a finger-safe power distribution block, which really is to take a bigger cable and expand it into multiple smaller cables or wires, right? As an example, a 1/4 to 8 number 12s. Then the power then flows to the remainder of the panel through the smaller wires or cables, and it could go feeding the new compact J and Class CC switches. It could flow into the Gen 2 fuse holder, open style or traditional open style fuse holder that we have. It would also power the surge, the DIN rail mountable pluggable surge protector that we have to protect the whole panel from overvoltage conditions.
We have compact switches, which we have for our new Class CC and Class J for both 30 and 60 amp. These are compact fuse switch holders that incorporate switch functionality with the high level protection of our fuses. So you can see here and here in the panel.
Those switches are UL 98, so that gives you load break capability. You're going to also have lockout, tagout capability with that DIN rail mountable functionality. It's going to take the switch and really bring it to an industry-leading space savings with giving you Class J, Class CC performance with the highest current limiting capability that the fuse has, but also being able to provide the panel designer with high short circuit current ratings.
The next topic we have is our new CEP finger-safe power distribution blocks, or compact PDBs, which you can see here. And Kent, what is a PDB?
Amber, a PDB is there to really take line power and transition to the load power with more cables, or more, have the ability to go from, as an example here, 1/4 cable to maybe 8 number 12 or number 10 cables coming out. So it just gives you that splice point in the panel that's all fully UL CSA recognized, but it also gives us the ability to have a point of connection with a very high short circuit current rating.
And they're all DIN rail mountable, and they have safety covers for IP20 finger safe protection. Next up, we have our pluggable SPDs.
Typically, the SPD is in the panel to protect the panel from over voltage conditions, where a fuse or a breaker, a mini breaker, is there for overcurrent protection. The surge trap SPD is there for over voltage. That really is there to protect anything in the panel, PLCs, outputs of the PLCs, power supplies, LCD screens, anything with a CPU, that would be there to protect that from the CPUs or the electronics from over voltage conditions.
This line uses our tried and true TPMOV technology. It's industry leading, and because of it, we do not require additional overcurrent protection.
Again, the SPD line is pluggable. You can replace the plug itself without having to unwire the whole base. and that allows for a little bit easier replacement of the modules down the road. But there's a full line of AC, DC voltages on the SPD product line that we have. This also, the TPMOV technology allows you to have very high short circuit current ratings. They're 200,000 amp rated for this panel.
We also have DIN rail mountable fuse holders here. These are for our Class CC and Class J and midget fuses.
We have two different lines. We have the ultra safe line, a little bit smoother design. That is really the Cadillac of the industry. It was the first DIN rail mountable fuse holder of its kind to be introduced. And we also now have the more refined Modular Star, or Mod Star we call it. And you can see there is a little bit of a design difference there, but the ultra safe and the Modular Star are both, as Amber said, CC, midget, Class J fuses. There is a little bit different on the plastic. The ultra safe is a polyamide nylon, where the Modular Star is a thermoset plastic.
And both lines offer open fuse indication and DC capabilities.
So again, both of those lines, your panel builder, your UL 508 panel builder, meets all their needs as far as UL, CSA, AC, and DC voltage ratings.
I'm holding one of our new second generation Class J fuse holders. This is a traditional open style fuse holder for Class J fuses, and they're DIN rail mountable with integrated dead front covers. We have them inside the panel here as well.
So it's really just a refreshment of the older open style, so it's a little bit more compact. You're going to get that integrated, as Amber showed, the integration, but you also have that lockout tagout capability as well on the cover plus the base.
And we also have a dovetail design for integrating both 2-pole and 3-pole into interlocking configurations.
All of those would have UL AC plus DC and CSA listings throughout the whole line.
Mersen has the broadest range of disconnect switches in the industry, including a full line of accessories so that we can accommodate virtually any application with our disconnect switches, which you can see an example of one up in the top right of the panel here.
These are all UL 98. You have both fusible and non-fusible switches, and the range goes from 30 amp up to 1200 amps to cover the smaller panels as well as some of the larger power panels.
We also offer a full range of compact UL 508 disconnect switches ranging from 16 to 80 amps. And of course we need to talk about our fuses.
So for the 508A panel that we have here, we could utilize Class CC or Class J. For this panel, we see 30 and 60 amp, but the J does go up to 600 amps.
And these fuses have the option for smart spot indication, so you'll know when your fuse is blown immediately.
The CC and J also has very high interrupting capability, up to 300, which is self-certified, but UL and CSA list those at 200 KA. So that helps the panel designer get the short circuit current rating of the panel as high as he possibly can.
Thank you so much for listening to us talk today about our UL 508A panel initiative. For more information, please visit the Mersen.com website, and you can find a brochure on this. You can find product information for all of the products we talked about today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.